What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and here we are once again. We're going to be talking about Hell in a Cell. We're going to be making my predictions for Hell in a Cell. I'm just going to be running through the match order. And so let's get this started. Also, I just noticed this now, guys. You want to know your pre-show match? Well, apparently our pre-show match is the New Day versus Rusev Day. Apparently, because I see the letter P next to the match. So, I'm going to talk about this first, considering it's the pre-show. The New Day versus Rusev Day on the pre-show. You know, I'm quite surprised that they went with Rusev Day. Well, at the same time, I'm happy. At the same time, I'm happy about it because we're getting someone new, and the only reason why New Day are even champions is because the Bludgeon Brothers got hurt. That's the only reason. So, yeah, that's kind of the main reasons why. So, if I was WWE, I would go with Rusev and Aiden English to win the tag team titles. But also, the other thing that will be a problem is that the Super Showdown's already announced the New Day versus the Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. So, it's kind of difficult to say that if Rusev and Aiden English win, then the match could change to Rusev Day versus the Bar. And I wouldn't mind that, but considering that it's already been announced, it's kind of hard to say that, the match has been announced, so we may as well just leave it at that. So, as much as I would like to see Rusev Day get the victory, I think the New Day is winning. Only because of the fact that their match was announced for Super Showdown. Daniel Bryan and Brie versus Miz and Maryse. I'm going to go back up to the top now. Bryan and Brie should get the victory here. The reason why is because Miz and Maryse have already got their win. Well, Miz already got his win with the assistance of Maryse at SummerSlam. That is when Brie Bella should have gotten involved at SummerSlam instead of this whole stupid shit with Ronda Rousey. But I think Bryan and Brie will win. The ending, I believe, is going to be Brie Bella getting Maryse to submit, because I think it's quite obvious that they're not going to have Bryan pin Miz or Miz pin Bryan. I could definitely see it as Brie submitting Maryse. And if not, then maybe they'll save Brie versus Maryse for Evolution, which I've heard rumors that could be a match for Evolution. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Bryan and Brie to win. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. This match. You know, this whole feud has really died down to me. It's suffering the Nakamura Styles syndrome, in my opinion. And it's just not good. It's just not good. This feud has potential. This feud had so much potential to be as good as it is, but WWE has focused this way too much on Joe being obsessed with Styles' family more than being obsessed with the WWE Championship. Samoa Joe is the type of guy that should be obsessed with a championship, not the man's family. That is the thing that's really died. That's the thing that has really, I'd say it's hurt Joe. I'd say this has hurt Joe because it's quite obvious that this is hurting Joe, because him being obsessed with Styles' wife and family It's not making him the Samoan submission machine. He's called the Destroyer. Why is a Samoan submission destroyer obsessed with a guy's family? He should be obsessed with Styles himself. Not Styles, not Styles' wife, just Styles and the WWE Championship. AJ Styles. I see AJ Styles keeping the title up into the Super Showdown because, I think with the Super Showdown they need to have something shocking happen. And having a title change at the Super Showdown could be one of the directions. Now, a lot of people would say it's going to easily be the Cruiserweight Championship, but I don't trust WWE. I don't trust WWE to put the Cruiserweight Championship on Buddy Murphy at the Super Showdown. I'll talk more about that when we get to the Super Showdown and its preview and predictions. But if WWE really want to go all out with the Super Showdown, besides all these stupid tag team matches they keep giving us, I think Samoa Joe could potentially win the WWE Championship at Super Showdown. Just to really provide the shock to give us Australians that we see a title change. So I see Styles retaining in some way, either by count out. I don't think they'll go by disqualification again. I think maybe this time they'll go with a double count out. But I don't know. But I think Styles is going to retain the title, whether if it's him getting counted out or him getting disqualified or them just ending it in a no contest. Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. I am over the hatred that Alexa Bliss is getting. I've gone on about this long enough. What is up with everybody who used to love Alexa Bliss when she was on SmackDown Live to all of a sudden becoming traitors, becoming haters of Alexa Bliss? It makes no sense to me why you would go from loving someone to hating someone. It was the same thing with Braun Strowman. Everybody hated Braun Strowman when he first came in as the Wyatt family. They thought he was just another one of those big men that Vince McMahon's creating. Everybody thought Braun Strowman was just another one of those Big Show-esque guys. Now look at him. Now everybody is a big fan of Braun Strowman. So it makes no sense to me why people have turned their backs on Alexa Bliss. I've never heard a single person say, "Oh, I still like Alexa Bliss." I've just heard people constantly bury her, say she can't wrestle, say she's talentless, saying that she's overpushed, her time is over. I've constantly heard it. I've heard everything. You can throw any name at me. You can throw anything at me. I've heard it all. Barbie doll. I've even heard people call Alexa Bliss a Barbie doll. She's none of those things. So it's WWE's own fault for pushing Alexa Bliss this much. There's no reason to hate Alexa Bliss because of WWE continuing to push her. But what do I know? I'm some guy with not a lot of subscribers. Remember that. I'm nowhere near 100 subscribers yet, and here I am trying to make a name for myself, trying to be different. But who am I? Huh? Who am I? Ronda Rousey. You know my feelings about Ronda Rousey. I don't like her. I don't care about Ronda Rousey. She's got nothing for me. Ronda Rousey is just nothing but a judo-throwing, arm-barring woman. That's all she is to me. All she does is judo throws and arm bars. Ronda Rousey should be like Shayna Baszler in NXT. A heel, a badass heel, that's out to hurt people. Ronda Rousey should be doing exactly what Shayna Baszler is doing. I'm not a big fan of Shayna Baszler either. I am really sick and tired of these UFC fighters coming to WWE. But at least I can say Shayna Baszler at least is actually learning how to be a wrestler. She's not being like Ronda, a dangerous UFC fighter that doesn't want to learn. She just wants to use her moves, wants to use her own moves. Ronda Rousey's obviously winning here. And honestly, if this match goes to another squash match again, then I don't care. I really do not care about Ronda Rousey's title defenses. If this is another squash match, then I just don't care. Ronda Rousey is just a squash match champion. That's all she's going to be. If Alexa Bliss gets squashed again, then what's the point in giving Ronda Rousey the title? She's just going to continuously squash people. Oh, that's right. You people hate Alexa Bliss, so you'll gladly accept a squash match. No championship match should have squash matches. How many squash matches did SummerSlam have? 4. And how many of them did you like? Probably Ronda and Alexa. Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy. I think there's going to be a lot of craziness happen. I think this could potentially be match of the night. I'm looking at Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton as a match that could be match of the night. I think there's going to be a lot of craziness that's going to happen on this match. I think there's going to be a lot of craziness with this match. Maybe Jeff Hardy becomes Brother Nero. Maybe he turns into Willow at some point in the match. He might do a crazy swanton bomb off the top of the cell. You know, like, I think this match has potentially be match of the night. So that's how I see it. I am going to be picking Randy Orton to win because this is his first match as a heel. This will be his first match as a heel competing. And I think to keep Randy Orton, you know, at the level he is, he needs to get the victory. Yes, this is Jeff Hardy's first Hell in a Cell, but that doesn't mean Jeff Hardy needs to win his first Hell in a Cell. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. You know, I'm disappointed. I am absolutely disappointed with WWE, and this match honestly pisses me off. Ziggler and McIntyre won the Raw Tag Team titles off of the B Team, just so then they could drop them to Seth and Dean. Because for some insane reason, WWE's got this big finish with the Shield now. So, and also, if I remember correctly, doesn't Seth Rollins hold the Intercontinental Championship? What happened to Seth Rollins? What happened to him? I thought it was all about Monday Night Rollins. What happened to Seth? What happened to Monday Night Rollins? What happened to defending the Intercontinental Championship with pride? Show why you are the workhorse, or whatever the word they like to call themselves. Whatever happened to that, Seth Rollins? Fighting champion, Seth Rollins. Fighting champion, my ass. Whenever you hear a superstar call themselves a fighting champion, you know that's a load of baloney. You know it's a load of crap and a load of baloney. What happened to that Seth Rollins that was a fighting champion that wanted to go out there every single week and prove why the Intercontinental Championship needed to be prestigious? What happened to that Seth Rollins? It's like Seth Rollins has automatically gone back to the way he was last year. And also, didn't he say he didn't want to be in the tag team division anymore when Jason Jordan got hurt? And Dean Ambrose? He didn't want to be in the tag team title division anymore after those two guys got injured. What, so now that Dean Ambrose is back, he wants to get back into the tag team titles? Just because Dean Ambrose is back? How does that make any sense in any way possible? Seth Rollins is not the same Seth Rollins that I remember anymore. This is not the Seth Rollins that I remember. Seth Rollins has become nothing more than Roman Reigns' lackey. As well as Dean Ambrose. These two guys are nothing more than Roman Reigns' shield. They're deflecting all the negative hate at Roman Reigns. They're deflecting it all so that way people can cheer the shield. And Dolph and Drew only won these titles just to drop them, which is a darn shame. This is the most Dolph Ziggler has ever been pushed. As well as Drew McIntyre. These two guys have been in high-profile storylines since they got together. Since coming to Monday Night Raw. And you're going to sacrifice it for this? You're gonna destroy everything you worked with Drew and Dolph for this? For Dean and Seth to win the tag team titles when they clearly did nothing to deserve it? They clearly did nothing to deserve it. They got arrested and all this other crap that we had to put up with on Raw. And all of a sudden that warrants a tag team title shot? So B-Team were tag team champions just to... Their title run was pretty much sacrificed for the Shield. Now I'm not saying that I would still much prefer B-Team as Raw Tag Team Champions. Absolutely freaking not. I didn't want to see B-Team as Tag Team Champions. Period. I wouldn't have minded if they... I wouldn't have minded it if they, I don't know, worked for it, but they didn't. Dolph and Drew, on the other hand, they're a team. They're a team. They're a team that can really make those tag team titles worth it. Worth a damn. But no, we've got to put up with Dolph and Drew being sacrificed to the Shield. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable how all this nonsense goes on. I am going to pick Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre to win only because I don't want to see the Shield hold every single championship. Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Here we go with all the excuses again. We have to come up with excuses for everything. Now, if you guys know me about how I feel about this feud, I don't care. I don't care that Becky's a heel. But everybody seems to care. Everybody seems to care that Becky's a heel and they want to cheer her, and all they want is Charlotte Flair as a heel. When clearly, you are the same people that knew that WWE was going to go this direction. You people clearly knew that this was the direction that they were going to go, and you just don't want to accept it. I even remember hearing JD saying it on a few of his SmackDown reviews before SummerSlam, and now he pulls a freaking 180, completely not remembering him saying that, and now he's completely did the bird on all of us that remember him saying it, and now he's gonna pretend like, oh, I never said that. When did I say that? When did I say that? And now we're going back to the plant word again. Remember those plants that WWE hosted for Roman Reigns during the whole Brock Lesnar thing? Well, now we're going back to that again. Every Charlotte Flair fan apparently are now plants. Give me a break. Give me a break. What? Give me a freaking break. When are you fans ever gonna grow up? Sure, you people are a lot smarter now than you used to be. Sure, I'm a lot smarter now than I used to be. But do you really have to use the word plant for everything now? Oh, there was a few fans Charlotte Flair was taking a photo with. Oh, they're plants, they're fake fans, they're not really fans of Charlotte Flair. Those people were put there just to be plants. Are you kidding me? Every wrestler has fans. Every single wrestler has fans. Seriously, what is up with these fans coming up with plant excuses? Roman Reigns, his was easy. Roman Reigns is easy example of that those people were plants. I don't need to hear this crap with Charlotte Flair now. Oh, every fan of Charlotte Flair are plants. So that means last year, for those who don't know, last year I went to a Melbourne, Australian live event last year. And I got photos of wrestlers. Now, if I can... Oh, hang on. Can I pull it up? I need to pull it up without trying to close off my camera. Because my camera likes to end the recording if I close it off. If I try to minimize it. Do I still have it on here? I'm just taking a look. Yeah, here. Who did I take photos with again? Needed to load. Right. I took a lot of photos with certain wrestlers. I took photos with Emma before she got released, Alexa Bliss, Apollo Crews, The Miz, Kurt Angle, Bray Wyatt, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Sheamus, Finn Balor, and Enzo Amore. So, am I a plant? Am I a plant for taking photos with these wrestlers? Hell, some of those wrestlers I didn't even really like. Give me a sec. So I'm a plant then? So I'm a plant if I went ahead and took photos with those people. I am seriously starting to get fed up with fans coming up with all these excuses for reason A or reason B. All because you people are not getting what you want. Charlotte Flair is a heel and Becky Lynch is a face. That is your reasons to why you're saying what you're saying. It's because you're not getting what you want. You need to come up with all the type of excuses that you need to come up with. Stop it with the plans. Every wrestler has fans. Every single wrestler has fans. You may not know it, but it's true. Every wrestler has fans. I'm over it. I am over it. I'm getting really fed up with I'm really getting fed up with all these idiotic fans, including JD. Sure, JD may be entertaining sometimes, but even there are certain things that he says that really aggravates my brain. Sometimes I wonder if he's trying to make me look like an idiot with the stupid shit that he says. Sometimes I don't like bringing him up on my channel. I don't want to bring him up on this channel. Charlotte Flair is going to win this match because they're planned for the Super Showdown. There you go. There's your reason why. And also because the rivalry is going to continue, just like with Styles and Joe, that these two feuds are going to be continuing on. And finally, guys, we're going to be talking about the final match. That is Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. this is Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank cash-in. I've got a couple of questions. Question 1. Why did you give Braun Strowman the Money in the Bank briefcase? That's question 1. Question 2, why is Mick Foley in this? Question 3 is, why is Braun Strowman a heel? You know, I want to give you guys, I want to fast track things for you guys. I want to take you guys back to when Braun Strowman was originally a heel. In 2016, almost to 2017. Everybody, you know, like, during the Wyatt family, everybody hated Braun. When Braun became a singles wrestler, he was a heel. And people still hated him. And ever since he got in a feud with Roman Reigns, people have loved this guy. Yes, people have their rights. I'm not saying you people have your rights to change your mind. Everyone has rights. I'm not saying, oh, we can't change our mind even if a wrestler, even though a wrestler improves. I've said many times that I still don't like a certain wrestler, even though they're talented in the ring. It's like I've said that a couple of times, but it sounds like to me, everybody didn't want Braun Strowman to go babyface. When Braun Strowman went babyface, everyone's like, I don't know how I feel about a Braun Strowman babyface. I don't know if WWE will ruin Braun Strowman. Oh, the only reason why he turned face is because of the whole mixed match challenge with Alexa Bliss. And now he goes heel, and now everyone's complaining that he's a heel. So do you want him as a babyface, or do you want him as a heel? That's the thing I don't understand. Everybody loved Braun Strowman as a heel. He goes babyface. Everyone's worried about what's going to happen to him if he's a babyface. And then everyone's like, oh, he is over syndrome. He is over syndrome, so he's a babyface. And then now he turns heel. Now everyone's like, oh, WWE turned him heel just to protect Roman. Look, I don't like Roman Reigns as much as the next guy. But you cannot be telling me that you can't be happy that Braun Strowman is back to the way he was before. The way that you liked Braun Strowman. Heel Braun Strowman. You people liked heel Braun Strowman more. You see, this is why I scratch my head. Because you fans, you don't know what you want. You keep saying, yeah, oh, we know what we want. But deep down, you don't know what you want. It's true fact. Roman Reigns is obviously going to win this. Obviously, he's going to win this, because there's no way Braun Strowman's going to win. Braun Strowman's being sacrificed. He's being sacrificed along with everybody else that has gone up against Roman Reigns, and that's a fact. And also, before I go, guys, I want to quickly talk about Stephanie McMahon. Because Stephanie McMahon, I gotta hand it to her. She's got balls. It's either she has balls or she's completely stupid. She goes on some kind of, I don't know where she was, but on Twitter, she puts up something saying that we are successful because we listen to our fans. Wow. I must say, Stephanie, you are really delusional. Listening to the fans. We've been booing Roman Reigns for 4 years. I'm not going to raise my voice. We've been booing Roman Reigns for 4 years. 4 years. Let me shove that right in your face. 4 years. We have been booing Roman Reigns. 4 years. You call that listening to the fans? We've been booing Roman Reigns for 4 years, telling us that we don't want this guy. and you continue to put this guy on our TV, and you continue to push this guy. I don't call that listening to the fans. Everything you've done up to this point with the women's evolution, I don't call that listening to the fans. You would much rather have a 2 moves of doom Ronda Rousey be the women's champion than someone like Sasha Banks or Bayley. You don't want to push new talent. All you want to do is bury that new talent. The Iconics, Asuka, AOP. List goes on. I don't call that listening to the audience. I call that completely screwing with the audience, saying, screw you, we don't want these people. I don't call that listening to the fans. I don't call that listening to the audience at all. Everything that we've seen up to this point is not listening to the audience. If there's any single person that is out there, if there's any people out there that is okay with Roman Reigns, okay with the Shield coming back, okay with Sasha Banks and Bayley not being in the main event with the Women's Championship, and everything that we have seen up to this point in 2018, if there is a single person that is 100% okay with everything that we have seen up to this point, then obviously you are agreeing with Stephanie. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand why Stephanie McMahon will go out there and say something like that. That is just silly. I bet not even herself believes that. Ridiculous. I think Stephanie McMahon has shoved her head way up Vince's ass too much. But either way, guys, that's the end of the predictions video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up if you guys did. Comment your opinions down below about Hell in a Cell. Are you looking forward to the pay-per-view or not? And be sure to follow me on Twitter as well at pbalentine95. And be sure to check out my previous videos as well. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you all next time.